Hello guys, it's Jake Davison here. Very exciting video today. I've just gone and purchased a big bundle of fishing gear. As you may know, I'm an avid kayak, sea, coarse, carp, angler, all sort of fishing, absolutely love it. Kayaking is the most recent thing I've got into, and to be honest with you, it's going to be big for me because I can just tell I love every single second of it. My head's in it all the time, and it's just amazing because I can get out to different marks and go really far out and catch better fish. So that's something I've just started to get into. But today, this gear is all sea angling gear. I was at work, I was fiddling through Facebook Marketplace. I'm obsessed with that site. As I was flicking through, this popped up. The deal when I was looking at it, it looked pretty good. I mean, there was 6 rods, 2 reels, and a bit of end tackle gear. You know, a few pictures linked to it. And for the price, well, I won't tell you that yet, but it was a good deal. And I even managed to get a little bit off as well. And then she's messaged me and said, "There's 2 extra reels we found. We'll put them in the pack and in the package bundle as well." So pretty excited to show you this. Actually, I've got an epic deal here. And it's going to last me for absolutely years, all this tackle. So let's get on to the next shot and let's walk you through what I've got here. So there's 6 rods, there are 4 reels, a load of end tackle. Yeah, it's just exciting. Let's get on. Okay, so here's all the gear. We'll just do a very vague run through, then we'll dive in and see what we've got. Because as I've said before, I've got no idea what is in this yet. I've opened them up, fair enough, but I haven't really had a good look. So we've got one box here full of bits and bobs. We've got, let me move that one out here. That belonged to the Stanley box. There's a couple of bits there which we've already taken out. We've got one large Stanley toolbox full of bits and bobs. There's mostly the reels in there. There's a couple of multipliers and bits and bobs. Another box here full of more like lures, feathers, squid gear, treble hooks, loads of bits and bobs. As I said, I haven't even looked at any of this yet. This is literally, you're doing it with me today, so you can probably see how excited I am just to get dived in really to all this stuff. So I mainly bought this all because of all the terminal gear and a few of the boat rods as well which came with it. A little box here with a load of more sea angling stuff, excellent stuff to top up what I've already got. So I've already got enough, but you can never have enough gear in my opinion. I'm sure my other half won't agree with that. Another rather heavy, oh god, heavy box here. We'll have a vague look in this before we take a dive in. So we've got some lures, some soft plastics, absolutely loads of bits and bobs here. Lots of weights, Abu Garcia weights, which are blue in colour, so might attract the place. Different hook links, and then if we took that up, loads of lures in there, brand new boxes of lures as well. And lots of different bits and pieces. So that's another box we've got to go through today. So they're all the boxes. So in total we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes and a little box, so 5 boxes. And then we've got 6 rods. So some of the rods we've got a Shimano X-Age STC. Now that's a travel rod. And I haven't really looked too much into that, but it's a 5-piece travel rod. So great for when we're going away. And I can just pop that in the boot of the car or in my case and take that and see what's going around. Apologise for the crappy carpets, they're getting done. Whole house is being redone soon, so that's all exciting times. This other rod here is a Penn Power Surf 12 foot 6 inches 2-piece 4 to 6 ounces casting weight. There's that one there. Now I'm pretty sure this rod is mostly for a multiplier, as we've got a slightly shorter bit here, but I'm pretty sure you could bang on a fixed spool on that, to be honest, and get away with it. I might even be wrong. I've not Googled them. I've not done anything. This is the first time I've looked at any of this, so I'm doing it with you. Here we got a Conelon Pro Travels. Oh, I don't know what that says. We'll forget that one. But another nice rod in there. So there we've got a Steady Fast 2XL Slim Spin 9 foot Big Fish Power Action, 10 to 40 gram casting weight, which isn't too bad. So pretty good for, well, larger, pretty all right for larger fish, to be honest with you. But also probably spinning as well. So we'll pop that one back in there. Then we've got a few other rods here. We've got a Sonic SK4 multiplex high torque graphite. That's a 7'6" rod. That's custom built by Sonic. 20-30 pounds graded, so that is a boat rod as far as I'm aware, which is definitely what I wanted, because I'm doing a lot of kayaking now. There's another rod in there which we'll have a look in a bit. Don't quite know what the brand that one is. And then we've got another rod there. Again, don't know the brand, but we'll have a look. It's that does look like a boat rod from first glance. So I think 5 of them, well, 3 of them are say boat rods. We've got 2 travel rods and 1, we'll call that a beach caster. Well, it is a beach caster, multiplier, fixed ball rod. So that's the quick run through. Now let's dive into those boxes and see what we've got. Okay, so the first box we are moving on to is this small box here. So, oh, that's a heavy one. Let's have a little look. So we got in the top one here, we've just got some needle point fish hooks. Now, those are used to get bait fish. So if you're fishing and you want tiny little fish, that's what a point fish hook is. So they'll come in handy. Got a few leads, little circular leads here in the top. They're used for float fishing, but let's get on to the real business. So opening up, we've got some bubble floats there, which you don't generally use for sea fishing, but I'm sure people do, and I'm sure you can. Probably quite good in reef areas, rough areas, shallow areas, where you want to get wrasse and that sort of thing. So yeah, pretty good. Not good, all good fun. We've got, tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this yellow Stanley box thing here, and then I'm going to place everything that I've got into the box. So here we've got a squid lure. I was going to run through things quite quick, otherwise this video is going to be about an hour long. Some soft plastic lures there already with hooks in. Great for things like bass, cod. Them in there. Got a hook there. Got some very large treble hooks. Now they're probably about size. Oh, hang on, the size is here. Got them in. They are absolutely huge. Just trying to see. I think they're 7.0, which is absolutely gigantic. Yeah, I think that's a 7.0. That is a huge hook. I mean, I will tell you what they are really good for is a live baiting a massive mackerel. If you're going after like really big bass, like 10-pound bass or whatever, and you obviously you want to eat them, because that is not going to be very good in a fish. So if you want to eat the fish, then use some of that sort of hook. We've got loads of treble hooks there. Another squid lure. Some more squid lures. Soft plastic lure there. So loads of things we're gonna have to work out. You can put a hook in that. There's another lure. Some Aberdeen match hooks, size 1. Another lure. That was 229 brand. It's not even been opened, that lure. So another lure there. Here we've got some power baits, trout nibbles. Oh, I used these in France once. Quite good for trout and coarse fishing. Won't be using those for a while, but I'm sure I will eventually. Here you go. Another lot more squid lures in here. There's about, I think there's 5 in here. Get them out and have a look. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 squid lures. I mean, these are big. These are not even squid lures. I mean, these are big game. This is for game fishing, really. They just look like squids. So they're for big game fishing, which I'm sure we'll get a hold of once. Soft plastic with a massive jig head on the front there. I mean, that's probably about, I don't know, about 30 gram jig head. Nice lure there. Another squid lure. When I say squid lure, don't take it literally. They're not actually squid lures, but they just look like squid. That's what they're made out to be. Some large hooks here, good for raised, probably about size 6.0s, maybe something like that. So there's a box of those. I will work it out all to the end. So there's just a quick run through. Some traces, loads of traces in there with some with hooks on. In fact, they've all got hooks on actually. So they're probably they're for taupe or something. Yeah, that's wire. So they're probably for tote. They're probably tote traces. Great to use when I'm going after tote. Ball bearing split shots. Some Hyundai. There's £100 wire there, so that's really good if you go into sort of Blue Shark. Even in England, down in Cornwall or the Solent, you can get them. So that'll probably be used one day. Some running booms, and then we get into some exciting stuff here. Yeah, another lure there. We got some worms. These are like fake sandworms, so basically like ragworm really. I've never had much luck in those, but I'm pretty sure you could probably use them for some sort of rig, but we'll give them a go. Another large lure there. That is a well, it's a very large lure, probably about 8 inches long. That is a lead head lures, just lures. That's probably the, and it's got a description of it at the back. So yeah, good for wrecks and things like that. So it's almost like a weedless lure there. Some more weedless lures, different colours. There's 3 in that pack. Massive lures here. Load of more of those sort of squid type. There's one of them worms in there. Loads of these squid type lures here. Lots of them. And then what we've got here, we've got some 1.0 hooks there. Pretty much brand new pack. There's about 30 in there, so good for match angling. Size 1 hooks. Another brand new Abu Garcia lure there. It's £2.9, it's not even been opened. Good for bass and whatever, just a little shiner. There you go, loads of lead head lures there. Good for cod, pollock, coalfish, bass and ling. So great for getting out in the boats, and if you're going out in the kayak and stuff, they'll be great to try. So I mean, this is quite old tackle. Some of this, it's quite enjoying going through all this because it's quite retro. Got no idea what that is. It's a multi-purpose adhesive. Oh god, night glow. Probably don't work, but there we go. What we've got here, a nice float there for sea fishing. Good for when you're on doing stuff like that. There you go, some spinners, look, £12.99, brand new, never been opened. There's 1, 2, 5 in there. 5 spinner set for pike, but we can use them for sea angling, no problem. Bass will take those. There's a priest. Actually do need one of those because normally I just pull the neck and snap their head up, snap the neck back. In there are, oh, I've got no idea what is in there. I'll have a look at my own time. Not very interesting for you guys. Some size 4s, so great for sole fishing. Some night lights. Another big lead lure. Some hot pads for your hands. That'd be good in the winter, won't they? Some more hooks. Wow, these are interesting hooks. These are Ultra Point chemically sharpened mustard hooks. Now they do not look, they're not the Aberdeen, they're Ultra Point, so they're purposely for bass fishing. That's good because I'm doing a lot of bass fishing at the moment, so they might come in handy. There's some more size 2 hooks, massive £100 wire trace there for tote, etc. Probably start. Oh, this is a nice little lure. Let's have a little look. Oh, look at that. Now that lure looks fantastic for bass to me. That is a bass lure on a shiny bright day when they want to take something a bit more dull. Fantastic. That's lovely. Got a vein at the front. A boom. What we've got here. Tool clips, not even fishing related, but they're in here. Some more wire traces. Another hot pad. Another lure there. That's God knows, that's Abu Fly lure. That could be a good fun. Some glow lights. Some more treble hooks. Some more floats. Some oil. Another lure. Trace. Some more of whatever these are. Let's actually have a look what these are because I'm kind of curious at what's in the bag. Well, don't actually know, they're a random little thing in there. I have to figure that one out. Yeah, look, another Weaver lure there. Another little lure. Some more size 1 hooks. Loads of hooks in there. And there you go, those little sharp pointers like I showed you at the beginning. So that is box number 1, guys. This is absolutely amazing stuff. I can't wait to go through it in more detail. Let's do the next box. Okay, so we're moving on to box number 2. Now this is the rather heavy box. So there's a lot of leads in here. Again, I'll just put that little yellow thing there just to sort of go through it all with you. In fact, let me move them out of the way a bit. Right, so we'll see what we've got. Again, some other big lures. These are massive soft plastics. I mean, they'd be good for piking, to be honest. Big soft plastic. Big soft plastic. Got some amnesia there, memory foam. Yeah, it's good for tracing and stuff like that. Some more amnesia. More amnesia. More amnesia. Some absolutely ridiculous size hooks. I mean, they are like, I don't even know. 50 no? OOs? God knows. That's for shark. I mean, that's the big shark. I mean, they're a little bit rusty at end, so they need a little bit of taking care of, but there's probably about 15 in there. Loads of weights. Big 10 ounce weights, big boat leads, some big 155 gram, 5.5 ounce weight there. So we'll move all that out of the way because you get the idea. Lots of weights. Right, let's get into this. So we've got a box here of hooks. Loads of hooks in there, lots of different sizes. I'll work out the sizes. That won't be a problem. Probably a couple of 100 hooks in there in a little box. So all good stuff. We've got box two lures again. Let's just try and stand up, make it a bit easier. So we've got 2 of those. They're nice blue lures, massive hooks on the end. Might have to take some of them down, but these are slightly better. Some swim baits. These are sand eel 5-pack. I mean, they've never been opened. They're £7.49. So they'll be fun to try. So they've not even been opened. So now I've got the kayak, I'm going out so much more on fishing with lures and stuff, which I've never fished with lures that much before in the past. Obviously pike angling I have, but nothing really else. I'm just picking up a few bits in here, so I want to get it all to you in one sort of go. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 packs there of mackerel feathers. Well, some of them, those 2 are cod feathers, but they'll still work for mackerel. Anything will take them, to be honest. Yeah, big mackerel feathers. But as I say, when you're out on wrecks and stuff, now I'm getting out further on that kayak. We can get 2-3 miles out sometimes. If it's amazing weather, you could probably even do 3.5-4 miles if you're going with a big group and the weather is absolutely perfect for that day and tomorrow. So you know it's not just going to change all of a sudden and get caught out. So there's some fantastic feathers there for the summer season, which we're in. Doesn't always feel like it. Some large 6.0, bloody hell, 6.0 hooks there. This guy must have been an absolute game fisherman. Probably not using them very soon. However, wanting to possibly plan a trip to either Panama or New Zealand going out on the kayak. So maybe some of this gear will come in handy then. Let's carry on. Another lure there. That's fine for this sort of fishing. Another lure there. Some proper mackerel feathers there. Some more mackerel feathers. More mackerel feathers. More mackerel feathers. And then let's just put my fingers in here and see what we can pull out. Right, load of different. So that there looks like a homemade weight. God knows, but a few people I've seen these. And I think they're boat anglers use them. They're homemade weights. You can correct me if I'm wrong. This is a gigantic lure. I mean, this must be fishing for marlin or something. Look at that. The weight of that as well. It's a 500 gram lure. That is not something I can be casting out with any of my rods. Possibly one of them boat rods over there, but Jesus, that is a gigantic lure. 500 gram lure. God knows what you'll be catching on that, but probably nothing in England. But again, it might come in handy somewhere. But that's just a lovely lure to have. It's just a fine bit of art, you know, beautiful. Hang that up on the shed, that's lovely. Lure there. Another massive lead head lure. That's going to torpedo through the water, and you'd be pumping that up and down, so it'd be like that, and something will come. That's probably a massive cod or pollock, something like that. But probably even too big for that, to be honest. This is big game fishing, but it'll all come in handy, I'm sure. There you go. Another ridiculous sized lure mixed in with some line here. So that is representing a squid, and he's put that on I mean, that's a marlin bait. That's absolutely, it's a 300 gram marlin bait, massive. Even the dog's getting excited over that one. Another lead head, another lure there. It's just got like fish on the surface. I mean, this is just exciting to look at. It's just great stuff. Some line there, 30-pound line. That'd be good. So I need to do some leaders and stuff like that actually. Another lure there. That's not too bad. That might work in England on something. Well, it will somewhere, I'm sure. Another big lure there. That's about 300 gram. It's a huge fucking thing. Look at that. Another lure there. Sorry about the dog. He's going to. The other half might have to sort him out. Hang on, Monty. Good boy. Right. You've got some nice other big lures there. That's what they're used for. So they use that as the weight, and then they use that at the end of the weight. So now I know what the boat anglers are using that for. Just like that. There's a load of other bits and bobs in there. Some traces, some more lures. I'll work it all out at some point. Some forceps. Another nice lure there. And in there, a load of treble hooks. So that's the second box done with some ridiculous sized lures. If you know what these are used for, what sort of fish they're used for, and what maybe you've caught in England with them, I'd love to know. But I'll be taking them out on the charter boats when I go out and giving them a go, if there's a chance of me getting any UK species with them. So fantastic. Let's get on to the next box. Yeah, Tess, she just wants to go upstairs. Well, have a feel of that.
Jesus Christ! Bloody hell! Am I trying to catch a bloody whale?
God knows.
Ow.
Yeah, they are sharp, you idiot. Third box now. This has got all the reels and stuff in it. This was the sort of not so exciting part of the deal. I haven't really only googled any of these reels, so actually they might be really good. But the two multipliers were the ones added on top of the other two. So the multipliers are the exciting part. The other two reels, we'll see. Some of them might need a little bit TLC. But so this reel here is an Abu Garcia multiplier Ambassador 7500 C3, high speed, bill bearings. So it must be more than one. Guessing that's the yardage on there. Haven't used multipliers, so I've got a lot to learn on them. But yeah, that seems like quite a nice reel. I haven't used it. I don't know what that button's just done either. I'm guessing that's to slow it down. But yeah, nice. That looks like a nice reel, and I'm pretty sure I can use that on the boat as well. I know it's probably more for casting, but yeah, I'll give that a go. And then the other one is a slightly smaller reel. Needs more line on that one really. That's an Abu Garcia 6500 CS Rocket. Now that's definitely one for the beach. Now that's a really nice reel, that. I need to do a bit more research on it. These reels are all made in Sweden as well. That's a lovely reel actually. It's got lovely smooth action on it. But I don't know much about these, so you can, if you want to comment and tell me a bit more about them, if you've got them maybe, if you've used them, if you know much about them, that would be great. Obviously I will Google it and find out myself, but I've got so much here, I haven't actually managed to do that. So this is there's another reel in here, which is missing a screw from the side, I think, but I'll be able to find one of those, I'm sure. This is a Penn, let's have a little look, let's take that off. This is a Penn Surfmaster 4-ball bearing, so it's not terribly bad. I just need to get a new pin there and change that handle for the right hand side, but quite a nice reel, you know. I just need to say a bit of TLC, I'll give it a service, and that'll be being used in no time. It's not too bad at all, that one. So pretty nice reel, and they come in the dust-proof covers, so he's looked after them. Got this as well. This is a rig wallet. It's got loads and loads of rigs in it. Let me open it up and show you. The dog's just dropped his knuckle, so he's going to want to. It's never easy to open with one hand. Yeah, it's got loads of rigs in there. Now I do like to do my own rigs, but to be honest with you, I've had a little look at them, and they look just now, and they look really good. You've got a place rig there with the flapper on it. Loads of bits and bobs in there. Yeah, just loads and loads of stuff. Some crimpers there. They're the exact crimpers I've got. So it'd be good to actually have. Thing is, I'm always tossing between beach fishing and boat fishing and kayak fishing stuff, and so the crimps can all now stay in my kayak fishing box, so I can have 2 sets, so I'm not constantly going back and forward. There's a little Shakespeare reel in there. It's nothing too exciting, and again, it does need some TLC, but that's not why I bought this set. I bought it really for the end tackle. Yeah, it's just a little Shakespeare, nothing too exciting. 3 ball bearings. It just needs a little bit of sorting out again. Put the handle to that side, and yeah, might be okay, but it's not fantastic, but it's absolutely fine. And it just comes with it. So so in this box it's all lined, so we've got some braid there, 16-pound mono. That'd be quite good to go on my spinning rods actually, and I need to redo one of my reels, my spinning reels, so that's fantastic. That saved me some money, and that was 15 quid there. We've got some tapered shock leader, good for doing rigs with, and also put in at the end of your main line. I've not actually done shock leaders, if I'm totally honest. I run 8-pound braid all the way through and don't generally do leaders, but I'm sure that's going to change soon as I learn a little bit more. But I will start doing leaders on my rods. There's some amnesia there, some more amnesia, which is all spooling out there. There we've got some wire, 15-pound wire, which is probably pretty good for things like bull huss and stuff, because they've actually got quite sharp little teeth, the bull huss, and they're linked with spotted dogfish. Well, they get confused with linked spotted dogfish, but they're totally different species, the bull huss. I link with them, but they are different. So actually quite good, something like that for bull huss. I probably want it a bit stronger, 15-pound though. Some Chinese or Japanese stuff there. It's 50 meters of something. I'll have to have a little look. Some more fluorocarbon of 16 pounds. Some 20 pounds shock leader, quite good for doing bits of rig bodies and whatever. And then some 8-pound fly leader. That's just in there as a separate. We've got no use for that really. Some amnesia line there, just good for doing shock leaders and snoods. And then we've got some more monofilament there. So good few shock leaders there. That will save me buying them for a while. But what I haven't seen, which is quite funny really, we've got lures in there, which you're looking at probably an 800-pound fish in some cases, and I've not seen any line or monofilament which will cope with that sort of stuff. So dear, I don't know where that's missing. So we've got 2 other little boxes. We've got this little box here, and this is fantastic. This is worth a good amount of money here. So you've got your sliding running ledger clips. You've got your a load of swivels with your clips on. I don't generally use these as much anymore, but I'll probably have to, now I've got loads of them, I should probably have to start. But there's a load of swivels there, which I will always use, big barrel swivels. Some slightly bigger swivels with your clips there. You've then also got some size 2 Aberdeen hooks, another ridiculous size hook in there, probably put my finger in it at the moment, and then there's some other big hooks in there. Some beads. I think the dog has just farted, ruining my nose. My goodness, what do I feed that dog? I need to get some better food. This is another big case. This is a lovely big case actually. There's nothing on the other side, so I'm just going to show you this side. I've had a vague look in this, and got a load of beads galore, which is absolutely fantastic because I've run out of those, so I would have needed to buy some more of them. I say run out, I was running low. Yeah, loads of different assortments of beads, some more of those swivel with hooks, some crimps, some other brand new bass hooks there, some stiff booms, which are good if you're fishing really deep and you want to keep the hook length away from the main line and stuff. I need to read a bit more about those, but I know what they are. Got some batteries in there, some very small hooks, some small treble hooks, and then some random bits and bobs in there, which I'm going to look forward to having a look. Some fish lights. So yeah, that's all the boxes done. What a fantastic deal I've got here. Obviously, you don't know how much I paid for this all yet, and I'm probably a bit embarrassed to tell you, to be honest. It was such good value for what I've got. So let's go to the rods, and then we're done. This is the final bit of the video, and these are the rods. So we've got 6 rods. We've got boat rod, spinning rod, beach cast and multiplier rod, boat rod. Now, what I'm going to do is just say I've had a little Google as to what all these are worth and what they are. And these are damn good rods. These they're not cheap. These are good rods, and I'm really looking forward to getting out on the boat. Even the dog wants to get involved. Get out on the boat and use these, because for kayak angling, boat rods are absolutely fine. You can get away with them. They're most of them are about 7'6", so perfect. Anything below sort of 9 foot for me on a kayak is manageable. Right, so let's go through. We'll start with the right hand one and we'll move along. So as I said, we had that Shimano. That's a 5-piece boat rod in there. I haven't got it out just because there's 5 pieces of it, of course. But that's one of the better travel rods you can get, actually. It's probably the top travel rod you can get. So had a little Google on that. That's a really, really good rod for a travel rod. But anyway, let's get onto these rods. So this one down here is a boat rod, as we can see from the tips. And it is sorry about that, is a Sonic S4 7'6", 20-30 pound rated boat rod. So a real strong, nice boat rod. And that just slips into the end there at the bottom. Beautiful rod. I've had a little look at the action on it as well. Nice tip, nice rings. That'd be really good for fishing for rays and all sorts, really, absolutely anything. Then we've got our Penn power sticks, 12'6" 2-piece. On the beaches now, to be honest with you, I like to go for about 15-foot, 16-foot rods. Of course, the dog's going to come in and do some squeaking for us now. But I'm still going to use that. It's a much better quality rod than the ones I've got. So actually, I might be able to cast better with that rod than even my long cheap one. Right, so then we've got here a Steedfast 2XL slim spin, 9-foot, big fish power action, 10 to 40 gram casting weight. That is a spinning rod, really. The 10 to 40 gram is a good spinning rod. Use that for mackerel and stuff. The dog is trying to eat the floats. Monty, you don't need to eat those, do you? No, naughty boy. All right. Then if we move on to the 5th one, this is a Penn tide cutter. Lovely rod. Got another nice tip action on that as well. And that one there is 7'8", so perfect for the kayak, and it's rated to 12 to 20 pounds. Yeah, I love Penn rods. I'm a big fan of them, actually. I like Penn as a brand, to be honest. It's got Fuji grips, so good strong grips. Yeah, another nice boat rod there. And then comes to our final boat rod. This is a travel boat rod, so great if I'm going away and stuff, but I will use it on the kayak. Abu Garcia, another brand which I like a lot because they're nice and reliable and strong. Never had a lot of cart rods as well from Abu Garcia, and pier rods and stuff like that, and they're just strong. They're a bit like, if you do shooting, they're a bit like a Baikel, and that's just again, it's a Russian-made gun, good for absolutely everything. And I think Abu Garcia are pretty much the equivalent. So that's a Conalong boat rod. Another nice rod there. It is 15 to 30 pounds rated, 7'9". So yeah, another fantastic rod. So that is all the gear. We've got 6 rods. They all come in covers there, and all that kit we showed you earlier on. The dog's, of course, protecting it straight away. Now, what a great deal I got. If I told you, okay, that I got everything for the price of one of those rods. I will leave you to make your mind up, but yeah, I got an amazing deal thanks to the person who sold it to me. It's Facebook Marketplace. Look on it. You've got to be on it a lot. That would have gone so much quicker, but I was convenient. I went straight away after work, whizzed down there, did a bank transfer, collected it and came straight back. I was quick, efficient, and a lot of times that's what people want. They just want a quick sale. So I've got some amazing gear there and a load of boat rods. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit longer. A few other videos I'm going to do in the future will be my Hobie kayak review, and loads of other bits and bobs and some day trips out. So thank you for watching. It's always much appreciated, and I hope you enjoy the content. Thank you. Bye.